Hey, what's good, y'all? Joshua Mallard here, and we're back again with a new beat making video. This is actually my first ever Lil Uzi Type Beat. I hope you guys dig it, but I thought we'd throw some new stuff down before we move out of this place and into a new one. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a comment below on what you want to see next, and let's get right into it. Okay, we're in Reaper now, and we're actually going to start off by opening Serum before we lay down the drums. I feel like the synths in Lil Uzi's newest work is super important to the sound, so we're going to lay that down with a quick little pad. So let's just open up Serum real quick. Now we're literally just going to crank the unison on this and put a little bandpass filter. That's all you need. And let's test this out with some chords. So we'll just be in C major. So you don't have to worry too much about music theory. We're only using 3 chords, C major, D major, and an E minor chord. You don't even have to look at the voice leading or anything like that. So we got a nice pad down. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And I really want that bass thing. I've been listening to That Way, and there's this really wide, warm bass sound in the beginning. And that's kind of what we're going to build off of. So I've nailed down that wide bass sound. We're just using this preset wavetable in Serum, and we're really boosting the low end and then distorting the thing. So let's try and fit that into this, and I'll show you what it sounds like. Super easy, not too complicated. Now, what can we do from here? We can add some little like ARP elements on top to give it that sort of space feel. Pretty cool. I want to add one more element, like maybe a sweep and another synth that can sort of brighten this thing up and fade in so we get energy going into the drum pattern. So let's try that out. So I found this cool little Serum preset. It says SY Analog Brass. I think that's really cool. I added it right here, and actually we're going to fade this in and turn its volume down. Maybe we'll just do something like that. But check it out now. Bam, right at the end there, that's where we're going to bring in the drums. So let's jump into some drums. So what I've noticed with some Lil Uzi tracks, not all of them, but they have these pretty large drawn out kick patterns where, you know, it's on the bigger beats. It's not super syncopated. It's not super fast or anything like that. It's really straightforward. So we're going to lay one of those down. Okay, not bad, but we need to get that hi-hat and then the 808 down. So even if you have a simple hi-hat pattern, you can get a lot more interest by changing the pitches and filling in those 16th and 32nd notes. So let me show you. We're going to start with like a filled in 8th type thing. That's one trick you can do, and then you can alter the following beats a bit. And then do some pickup notes into the next measure, some 2/16. Doesn't have to be too crazy, and then we can let it chill out when the kick sort of slows down. Okay, so our hi-hat is down, and we're going to move on to the 808. The 808 tends to be pretty bouncy in Lil Uzi beats, so not too long of an 808, but a pretty like wide and punchy 808. So let's check that out. Okay, so we're using one of my 808s from my Busted 808 pack. You can get the WAV files for only $5, and you get 25 808s. So if you want to support me directly, that's a great way to do it. But let me show you how I use this 808. So let's just take a listen to this drum pattern so far. So not bad. We're going to go ahead and start adding some more details to this arrangement. Maybe we'll take this bell sound. Easy, so that bell sound fits right in. And actually, I want to move the chords to a different instrument. So let's just go ahead and try making a new instrument that we can get some more detail out of. Maybe turn it down. Maybe some more reverb. Pretty cool. So we have this little thing right here, and I'm thinking what we can do is, so we'll put that for this first repetition of the verse. So let's just take a listen to that. Just a little bit. And then for the next part, we can actually go all the way back to this. So let's hear how that sounds. Pretty cool. And I think for the second half of the verse, we can bring this thing back, that little brass, and we can sort of add some accents to this. Okay, so I took that little brass thing and added some accents. Check this out. Okay, sweet. That'll take us into the next part of the track. So I'm going to do some sort of like pre-chorus build-up. Thinking of how artists might use your beats is super important. So sometimes we want like a little build-up into the chorus to add some energy to the track. And we can do that by cutting away some of these elements and bringing back some of the old ones. So I took away the 808 and I slowed down the hi-hat pattern by half, so that it's slower in the beginning of this pre-chorus and then it amps up back into the regular pattern when the snare comes back in. So let's take a listen to this. So I'm thinking we're going to do a cutaway. I like to cut out everything before a chorus sometimes. Sweet, so that's where we're going to put the chorus right here. So we're really just going to put in a lot of the elements and make this like a huge chorus. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so we basically added all of the elements from the intro into this chorus. I did one other thing. I added some white noise sweeps. I think those are a really good way to build transitions and get a lot of like high frequency energy in your beat. So I'll play you that and then I'll talk about how I handled this ending a little bit. So we're back in the verse section and we've turned the energy down. We basically repeat most of the beat, but when we get to the ending, I cut away a ton of the elements so we can have a soft, relaxed ending. So check this out. Just the bell and just that other synth. So you get the idea. Anyways, believe it or not, this was my first ever Lil Uzi Type Beat. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And be sure to subscribe and let me know what you want to see next in the comments below. I'm going to do some more touching up on this and play the whole beat for you right now. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.